So, no, the manufacturing, I think, let's see, even as much as 4 years ago, I had no pain, right? I mean, what happens when you get older? When you can't shave because your hands are shaking? Yeah, your face maybe not what it was, right? Then you don't do a good job. And we're playing with the I forget. You know what I mean? You know, I would go outside and get your ass kicked, grab a mustache up. Oh, so, you know, pituitary cancer, bronchitis, tuberculosis. They had to put me on all kinds of drugs. When I was sleeping in bed, that's a beauty. That's right now I remember they said narcissist now. We'll go on stereo rebroadcast. In other words, if they're funded, if the government taxpayers fund something, then they film, then not film, as a film, not a digital recording and audio and save it on satellite replay as to what happened. You know, so I'll ride this house. I call license insurance, so I'll ride the house. I call for as a business. You think I tell you, you don't know when you're young. You know, what I mean, you really can get screwed over. Well, I'm calling 18, and about 4 or 5 guys showed up for the AT&T lines. Before I remember, how would I know if I was going to call for 15 years, if that's the true story, which would probably says 27. So I put the Legends of the Great Fall. What's a legend? I forget what it was. We had a military contract for 5 years. Never part of Grumman Aerospace? No. A military contract with Grumman Procurement to buy from us, right? Degrees and inches for research and development. That's a long time ago. Is it really difficult, all the science? You know, all these different guns in space. And this man that goes up into the sun and goes down here. But that man, Michael, said he made it. But if I know the animal kingdom, then, it won't land. You never believe a word anybody tells you. I don't believe a word you say. Trust me. Whole you're an expert on PLA. Look at his eyes last month, man. That's the cigar. It's real fun. Everything here is stale. So, but I was trying something else because got hit with 3 foul pitches and my testicles busted. You know, I mean, on my left one did. The right one I lost, but I had a cyst on it, which I think was from not wearing underwear. Is it underpants or underwear? That's another thing about being a return agent. People have absolutely nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. The inflation. I mean, coal increases every year, right? Yeah, tuberculosis. I can fix them. I gotta take the medication with the $10, $10 a bottle. I only get $20 a day, right? That's right. And I follow a teacher. Yeah, shit, shot. Yeah, I'm just doing go steal something. That's because I know. I could last one off for $20. Oh, but shit, that's his money. You know what I mean? If you have a fishing station, they steal it from you. Yeah, they have money already. You can't have any of it. It's your father's money. That's not yours. Which, if you're going to get something, you have to go steal something. Well, then when they come to take it away from you, take it away from you. So grateful. So I'm walking. I went through the bar. I think it was this woman Tammy's brother, actually. And so it was Drake and Nance. His father, I think, was having a tough time in Brooklyn. I didn't. Even, she called 7 times. 7 times. Did I not say no to you? So I decided to do her a favor. Then I realized that she was going through a divorce, had a 2-year-old kid, and had a boyfriend, I think. Well, at least the man wanted to date her, which is great. Like I see this woman, something, Billie Eilish. It was that night, and he was talking to you, wasn't he, at the bar? That song, that man said, I don't think you can do that in the arts and entertainment. Which I think they were trying to prove, right? It's too late now, they're all dead, ain't they? If I'm 54, they're all dead. Nobody's here. What do we have? 20 people left? You know what I mean? The ambulance runs around, pick all the dead bodies up. And they have people they hired to go pick up the dead bodies and go to Neptune's furnace. You know, but even after that, you have 100 trillion cells, 100 billion cells. It's like, is that true? Well, I have no idea. But even in the forests, you might have 100,000 cells that maintain their existence in RNA, which is NASA teaches here. They don't want to have that. You'd have to do all licensing. 15 years, 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I lost that whole system. You know, I put it out to waste pro. They wanted me to bring the house. When you travel, you go to the hospital, and they got to tell me whether I can live here or not. So you sit there for a month. After that, they give you yes, you can live here. I give a second paperwork to store what would you say the culture, the history of the city. You know, this is a village for retired people, terminal illness. So, and I was at the other house with 4 years research, and this house with 4 years research. Well, I don't think the woman has a problem with the rent. All this different stuff. I paid seven. I think right, I can say that. My father paid $7,000, you know, to destroy this place, and then the next person rebuilt it because of the contagious diseases I have. But a lot of that has to do with working with satellites. You know, that telepathy system. So there's witches in your brain. And it's really odd how we did get it. It was Dell Computer, Boeing, Microsoft on Long Island, and east of Montauk in Calvert on the left. You make a left off the express, you make a right. We did both those areas. So I see all this stuff. I'm trying to remember what I purchased. I was about 19. I think I paid 5,000 for the cement blocks or 5,000 to assemble it. You know, and when I take it, they sent in Florida, sent me a letter saying that because I was supposed to leave the program, I think because I had contusion cancer, bronchitis, and tuberculosis as a kid, and we didn't care as often as in Florida, right? I mean, the spring break specials maybe. They want to see about Adam and Eve. Let's see, you could do something. When I saw certain things in the Bible, as Lucy was writing from the fire department, right? I mean, he was taking something from California, I think Berkeley, and converting it. And the guy next door, I don't know if it was him or his father, the Articles of Deception, the first three chapters of the Bible. And also, which I think is why they got rid of the whole thing, you know. But that's all part of the 100-year man march. And if I look at this, I'm getting, right, that's people's imagination. Right? So people are dead here. I mean, to live here, you got to get hit in the head and get dead. Being a coma. For any of this targeted stuff to work, right? I mean, I don't have this. Like, even if they took, I wouldn't even matter. I mean, I have it in my mind. Voices, visions, and dreams. But if you do that, I mean, like if you travel to Washington, they have that already. They funded 400 years ago. That's a beautiful everything. It really is. You know. So if I go there, and I had not much money because Bank of America did not connect to Washington, Seattle, so I couldn't get my $400 paycheck. And that's all you can ever have if you were part of the actual naturals program of Grumman, you know, which I wasn't. You know, the military has that. There's two different types of men. You know, the survey you look at them, you know, and what do? You have to have a star gun to shoot the guy. Either that, you sit down and talk to the guy. He probably wants money. You don't want something else. And none of this would work, would it? If it worked, it worked in Gainesville, Georgia, when we were working with the antenna. I mean, the Earth goes like this, you know, and it connects. But I don't think that's the story they're telling this time. And nobody came here after me to open the vault and let the pollution in. You know, so the elections get real short. You know, a lot of dirt, a lot of filth, a lot of pollution, right? And then you go to sleep forevermore, right? I mean, I was told I was 5 years old. You're not, by God, that you're not going, and Christ, that you're going to hell and eternal damnation. You know? And then you live your life that way. You know, and the next step is you're thrown under a house and hit your head. The next, so was my father. I mean, his dad already was about 27, I think. Then Michael came, Phyllis came, and that was much better. But you don't know. According to the military, there's three planets there, and one inside the other. You know, it's a creature made it. And then you continue to eternal damnation. So if you see crazy things in your life, you know, then you're on your way to eternal damnation. It gets worse and worse and worse. And it does say, which is what the Father's only, obviously that's fine. Yeah. If you want to get to heaven, you would have to do. If you really want to do the whole package, you guys would have to produce the Star Trek, which I would tell you is done already. But you have to make your own and travel space, and that's that show. Sometimes they broadcast here. I got the whole thing, but I don't think you're allowed to have it. I think you're only allowed to have a CD, DVD from Dollar General, that TV set, right? I'm not sure. Because I look at myself like my socks, and my niece and my nephews sent me socks and shoes. I said, "You guys, that's funny. You're looking to get me crap kicked out of me again. You can't wear any of that here. Not even these. I think my father's being a well, he died, but I think hopefully she's telling. I don't know her line, but now I do. Since my brother took over, since they started doing Grumman Aerospace work, the French jets. Well, actually, any kind of work, because they don't have to do military work. They could take a military contract. Well, it was supposed to be out of Campbellton in Long Island. And I think they gave up because they couldn't get past gradings and radians. They couldn't get past that because they had to throw the machinery out by new ones. So the military gave up when I was 27 and got wiped out. Did they or didn't they? Let's see. Two girls. Who are you? I guess I'll do you a favor. Dumb. And so I was looking at this Brooke Shields, so only because I wrote to her in 2011, and that's the stupid thing. Or is it rated? It appears on the screen. So, and see what I mean? Like, how would I know? And who are you at the other house? Aren't you Terry Shields? Right. Did you think we were dead or in eternal damnation? Yeah, well, like the father would tell you, did you want a city? Did you want a heaven? Get busy. Build your area. You want paradise? Yeah. We got the solar pedestrian going through the sun and going into space, and then finally he's in my house. It was according to him. He gave me a ride to the store, tell me Brooke Shields' husband. All right, well, I didn't do nothing. I didn't even call. I didn't even think I have connectivity there. Where I would I? Or if I did call, if I did call, they hang up on me. So who won? Look at well, my condition. I can't be in your presence more than 15 minutes. We're working on something. Do you mind? Can't you see that? So I would find out. Yeah, I would not know.